Ah. Oh yes, welcome. I am St. Germain. We welcome you all. Our channel has asked us to explain physical ascension symptoms. What is it that I am feeling? We would say that physical ascension symptoms are a release. It is a transmutation of fear-based energies back to love. You are doing this within your consciousness. You are doing this within. This is a transmutation of fear-based energies back to love. As you are all well aware, the physical body must release these in a way. When you are feeling physical symptoms of pain or uncomfortableness, this is the ego telling you there is something wrong with feeling these emotions being released from the body. It has been in all the lifetimes previous to this that you have been taught to bury your emotions. These emotions did not get transmuted, and now it's time to transmute them as you are realizing that you are consciousness and that you have the power within you to transmute these emotions back to love. We would say many of you are going to your doctors and you are saying, there is something wrong with me. Can you find what is wrong with me? I am having these pains. We would say some of you have had pains of numbness or tingling in the hands and feet, and cold hands and feet, and electric shocks, and pain in the chest, and tightening in the chest, and palpitations. And one would go to the doctor saying, I am having chest pain, there is something wrong with my heart, and they are running all the tests and not finding a solution. They are not finding a diagnosis, and they are not finding anything medically wrong. And one may feel, in your terminology, crazy at the time, but we would rest assured that all is well. We would say that if the doctor found something medically wrong, then you would be handing over your power for someone else to fix it. I'm going to the doctor and I'm going to tell the doctor there is something wrong, and I'm going to hand it to them to figure out what is wrong with me. We would say when you're having these symptoms, go to a doctor if that is what you feel would be best at the time. If you get into the doctor's office and it is an ascension symptom, then the pain will go away. It will subside until you are done your visit at the doctor's. And then when you leave, it will return. This is how you will know it is an ascension symptom. Everything with the awakening, everything with remembering who you are as conscious beings is not going outside of yourself. If you were having medical symptoms and one was to find a diagnosis for these, would this not keep you in the third dimension reality? Would this not keep you seeking and handing over your problems for someone else to solve? We would say many of you are frustrated with going to a doctor and not finding a solution, not finding a diagnosis. And some of you are feeling humiliated by this. This doctor does not believe that I am having these symptoms, but they are so real to me. And we would say, we believe you. We understand your pain, and yet we are also excited for your release of the old emotions. This is your egoic mind is judging it as it releases, and as you judge it, the egoic mind tells you to fear what is being released from the physical body. What is being transmuted must be released. We would say that it is in the fear of this that is causing the uncomfortableness. It is the egoic mind in resistance of the consciousness. If I go to a doctor and my pain subsides, then my fear will subside. This is why we recommend going to a doctor if that is what you feel you must do. There is no harm in doing this. It will help to release fears around your ascension symptoms. There are many uncomfortable symptoms within the heart chakra, as it is your circulatory system and one might be afraid of the heart not pumping any longer. We would say it will keep pumping, and it will subside as you allow and relax into these physical symptoms. We would say, do not fear them, celebrate them. It is a gift. It is a gift to transmute these emotions back to love within your consciousness. You are all realizing that you are all that is. You are powerful beyond measure. You are all having your kundalini arising. We would say everyone on planet Earth is awakening. They are all awakening at different times, but as they awaken, the kundalini energy awakens. And we would say it knows what it is doing. There is nothing you have to do. It is being that is required. Be and observe the pain in the physical body. If you watch it, it cannot stay. We would say be in the now moment. The fear that there is something wrong physically is because your egoic mind is going to the past or going to the future, and neither exist. It is staying in the present moment and observing the physical symptoms. Stand outside of yourself and observe them. They cannot harm you. If all of you went to a doctor, you would realize that it would be ascension symptoms when you get to the doctor and your symptoms go away, and when you leave the doctor they immediately come back. This will relieve any anxiety that there was something that needed emergent care in the emergency room. We would say it will lift fears. Do not be ashamed to go to a doctor and it not be diagnosed. This is a celebration. There's no diagnosis. It is an ascension symptom, and we would say technically all medical symptoms are ascension symptoms, but many of you are living in a third dimension perspective, and medical symptoms would be in that perspective where it would need a diagnosis, and you would have an illness, and you would continue to play out the role of that illness because you were playing the third dimension game. When you were in the fifth dimension perspective and you are looking at an illness, it is not an illness. It does not have an identity. It does not have a hold on you. It is not an attachment. We would say in third dimension reality, when you have a physical symptom, ailment, or a medical symptom in the physical body, it is comes with a diagnosis, which is an attachment, and it has an identity. And this is what you attach to, and then you play out the role of that. When you are awakening and you are looking at it from a fifth dimension perspective, everything is love. It is not an illness with a name. It is not an attachment, and it does not have an identity. It simply is. It is not right, wrong, good, or bad. When you are having these physical symptoms of pain, we would say to observe them, be present with them, and they can no longer stay. When you are present, you are conscious, and when you are conscious, you are love, and when you are love, the low vibration of physical pain cannot stay. It is not possible. It is a vibration of fear, and you would be a vibration of love. It is not a vibrational match, you see. When I am in the present moment and I am observing, it would be more comfortable. We would recommend doing this. This is a beautiful gift. If I see all my medical symptoms in a fifth dimension perspective, would they not look as love? Yes, we would say do not fear anything that is arising. You are all human, and you have programs that are innate. There is one program running in all of you that is a fear-based program that you are all born on planet Earth with. It is the belief that one moment please. The belief is a fear of death. You are all programmed with this so as not to return home too quickly. Many of you have had suicidal thoughts when you cannot understand being human, or you are uncomfortable being human. You have suicidal thoughts. What stops you from crossing or committing suicide would be this program of I fear death. And we would say, as you awaken, that fear of dying will subside. It will be a new belief would be that it is not good, bad, right, or wrong. It is that any medical symptom would not be seen as wrong or bad or dangerous or scary. It would simply be an observation of love, you see. What if I didn't have the fear of dying? Would I be afraid of my medical symptoms? What if I did not have the fear of dying? Would I fear any physical symptom in my body? Would it be that it would be neither right, wrong, good, or bad to have these symptoms? Would I want to rush to the emergency room if I was comfortable with the symptoms? We would say through this video we are bringing through frequencies of transmutation to assist you in releasing the fear of dying. This is a third dimension perspective that there is a program of a fear of death, and we would say you all have it, and it will be lifting as you awaken. Some of you watching this video have already transmuted that belief to the polarity of it. It is that there is no more fear of death in many of you watching this video. We would say all is well on your journey, and as you have these physical symptoms in your body, you will notice that they are unfamiliar. They are new, we would say, new symptoms to many of you, symptoms of pain that you have not felt in your physical lifetime. They are strange symptoms, as one might call it on planet Earth, that no one is understanding you. We would say that if everyone understood your pain, would it not keep you a victim? Yes, you are saying, sometimes I am hurting and I am telling someone about it, a loved one, and they are not giving me much attention on it. They are not believing me, or they are not supporting me in my physical pain, mental pain, emotional pain. And we would say that it is a gift from the universe. If someone was seeing you in self-pity or seeing you as a victim, it would keep you being a victim. Instead, step outside of yourself and observe the pain. Do not hand it over to someone else to fix, or someone else to judge, or someone else to sympathize with you. It is that you are being empowered to go within and transmute it within yourself. You have the power to do this within yourself. It is a beautiful day. We are all here for you. And the nights that are long and the nights that are painful, call us in. We are there. This is Jeshua. I am with you. I am with you always. I am St. Germain. We are all here with you, and we are assisting you on your journey. Do not be afraid to call us in. There are many of us who will walk through the night with you. Mother Mary will come in for any pains of the heart with children or childbirth. We would say that it would be any physical symptom. Call on Jeshua or Buddha. They will be with you on your journey.